That was so
started off his
cute.
career on a dreadful note. His very first interview Lil Yachty started off his career on a dreadful note. His very first interview made hip-hop fans hate him for a few reasons. The first reason was this terrible freestyle.
If I was on this beat, it would be spinning vinyl. They mad cause a nigga just went viral.
Bro, I remember this, dude. Lil Yachty sucks. Bro, Lil Yachty low-key sucks, bro. I forgot about him. Hey, literally anything that's not like studio produced and super mixed and mastered sucks for Lil Yachty.
They mad cause you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't hype me up like that. Cause then the next part has to be better. Like, now the kid really selling. In high school, I never was felling. I think that's why they mad at me. They mad cause they trying to grab at me.
Hey.
They mad. Stop. You can't.
Oh, my fault. I got.
Oh, that's cringe. I can't watch.
You can't do that though.
All right, one more.
Young nigga from the west side of town.
Damn, this is cringe, bro.
I'm trying to think what to do. I don't know. I'm not a rapper.
He should have pre-wrote some lyrics to avoid the embarrassment. Then he followed that up by admitting he's not a rapper, which people thought was just an excuse for the bad bars.
Bro, if I ever became a rapper, chat, you better believe I'd kind of have low-key no freestyle that I've had in my head, like no some bars like that I would keep for a freestyle in case I ever got put in a scenario like we're like, oh, you gotta freestyle, because like as a rapper, bro, you get on the point you gotta freestyle, like, bro, you can't let you know what I mean.
But the worst part of the entire interview was at the very end.
Bro,
The reason they so mad is because they think that the young kids don't take this hip hop thing serious.
I honestly don't.
He honestly doesn't.
And he doesn't.
It's called having fun.
I'm sorry.
You're just having fun, right?
Yeah.
That's it, and getting money. That's it. It's
Yeah.
all money, getting
Yeah.
and fun.
We're just chilling.
Lil Yachty straight up saying he
Be
doesn't take
real.
hip-hop seriously and that it's just for money left a bad taste in the mouths of traditional rap fans. This was Yachty's grand introduction to mainstream hip-hop. Most people thought he was just another mumble rapper, someone who will be here and gone within a couple of years. What they didn't know is that
still
Yachty
kind
was
of
on a path
around.
of domination. Behind his nonchalant attitude was an extremely hard-working and talented artist.
I mean,
Today,
he
hip-hop
did
is
have
in
a
a dry,
moment.
repetitive, and predictable spot, yet everything Yachty touches turns to gold. Today we're going to look at how Yachty was hated and disregarded, then every single thing he did to build back his reputation to become the secret weapon the music industry depends on today. It's important to consider this first interview took place on Hot 97. For decades, this radio station was an opportunity for rappers to
Hot
broadcast their
97,
talents.
bro.
their-
Isn't it crazy? Like, no one gives a fuck about radio anymore. Like, I feel like 2018 was the last year radio. Does anyone listen to the radio? Like, oh, what's your guys' favorite radio station? You gotta keep up with like a radio show. Like, dude, I can't wait for the Power 98 FM Lil Yachty interview to drop.
their art to millions of New Yorkers,
Like, nobody
which was the
does that in
birthplace of
2023,
hip-hop.
right?
So his attitude wasn't just disrespectful to Hot 97, but hip-hop as a whole. Hip-hop fans ravaged Yachty online. They felt he didn't deserve to be on Hot 97 and he was a disgrace to the culture. But it wasn't just Yachty. All melodic trap artists face resistance. Future, Migos, Young Thug, Lil Uzi Vert were just some of the few that traditional hip-hop
Dude, I
fans
love
thought
Lil
were
Uzi.
ruining the sound by simplifying it too much.
Everybody trying to rap the same style with the, I don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them niggas sound the same.
To make them even more mad, Yachty was added to the XXL freshman list just a few months later, which is another
Damn.
huge stamp of approval from the music industry. The 2016 XXL freshman cypher is
Dude,
an
remember
iconic piece
this?
of rap history that marks a distinct shift in not just the music,
2016 is the most famous XL freshman cover ever. Isn't that crazy? Why? Why 2016?
but the attitudes of mainstream rappers.
Ed
Lil Uzi,
Uzi.
21 Savage, and Kodak Black borderline mocked the legacy of XXL as they laughed and joked through their freestyles. And although Yachty was laughing with them, he actually took his freestyle more seriously.
Wasn't no food but rice. All of these bitches, they want me, but they get one night. Fuck 'em. I give a fuck what you saying. Bitch nigga, no, I ain't playing.
It seemed like Yachty didn't want to get bullied online
What
by
up,
rap
SB?
fans again. It felt like he was trying to prove himself as a rapper. Turns out, that was exactly right. 2 weeks after the freshman cypher, Yachty dropped a song called For Hot 97, along with his Summer Songs 2 mixtape. This track wasn't a diss, but Ebro at Hot 97 took it that way when he tweeted the song. Lil Yachty and his team with these high school ass bars, followed by an Instagram caption that read, "Another Lil
Damn.
rapper caught feelings." Then Yachty responded, "I didn't catch feelings, it was just to show that I can rap. It wasn't a diss to you, good sir, it was simply more like a check this." Actually,
Damn.
Hot 97. I'm not finna try to explain myself to no one dissing me. But it didn't stop there. Yachty called Ebro on Hot 97 Live and tried to
Jeez.
explain.
I didn't catch no feelings. It was to show what's good.
And nigga, that shit is hard, bro. I don't care if you 69, bro.
Yo, fuck that, man. Fuck that. These high school ass rappers, I'm gonna keep testing y'all.
Although many people thought Ebro was being an old, sour hater.
Who the fuck is Ebro? Ebro? Why is that like an E-girl? Like, why is this old man calling himself Ebro? Who is Ebro? Is this like a white person moment for me? Like
they were able to laugh and have mutual respect for each other. But fans were not as quick to forgive Yachty, especially because during his Pitchfork interview, he said something that would haunt him for the rest of his career. But first, I recently found out I'm being charged every month
bro, his mustache creeps me out. No cap.
for subscription service I didn't want financial. I'm guys will note and also help.
Honestly, bro, Yo, thank you so much, Lobao. Fucking love you. Dude, shut Lobao. I actually need this. So this app, and this isn't an ad, but it cancels anyone's subscription. So like subscriptions you have in your card, you might forget about.
Them for you with
and then it shows how much.
And I've got the.
Dude, I low-key actually need that.
You can unlock even more features. That the note.
I'm not gonna use this guy's code, but.
That's rocketmoney.com/PatrickCC to get started for free. Lil Yachty said that the notorious B.I.G., one of the greatest rappers of all time, is overrated. He later doubled down and admitted he can't name 5 Tupac or Biggie songs. His brutally honest opinion about 2 rap legends made headlines across countless news outlets, continuing
Jack, who in here can name 5 Tupac and Biggie songs? Did anybody do that?
Same narrative that he is a disgrace to hip-hop and should not be celebrated by the culture. But he didn't need their support, because at this time, his song Broccoli peaked at number 5 on Billboard Hot 100, as well as his viral 2015 hit, One Night, slowly crept up to number 1 on Billboard. His debut mixtape, Lil Bo, as well as Summer Songs 2, were cult classics. His music at the time can be described as carefree bubblegum rap with a heavy reliance on auto-tune, but others just called it mumble rap, thanks to Wiz Khalifa.
We call it mumble rap.
Oh, so y'all got a name for it?
Yeah, me and my homies. I mean, it ain't no disrespect to the little homies, but like, they know what's up. They say they don't want to rap, you know what I mean? But it's cool for now. It's going to evolve, and I feel like those artists, if they want to be around, they'll figure out the next thing to do. But right now, that's what's popping.
Although Wiz meant no harm by this term, it became weaponized by people who hated the new sound.
I remember that. Dude, I remember that. So like 2016, 2017, all these old people were like, I was listening to Uzi, all these people, and they're like, oh, X, like, that's mumble rap. I'm like, bro, even if it is, who gives a fuck? I feel like the only people who gave a fuck that was mumble rap were, like, the old people in hip-hop. Like, no one actually gave a fuck. Like, yeah, I listen to mumble rap. Like, no one actually gave a fuck, dude. Like, I feel like the only people who gave a fuck were the old people.
Hot 97, a radio DJ who would often complain on his show about the new state of hip-hop. Yachty once again felt like he needed to show these guys he could rap, so he got on Ebro's Beats One radio show and spit some bars.
Lucy Deucey, the joke's on you, I didn't grow up the boosie. All I care about is feet.
Hey! Yo. Why? You're spoiling me tonight. Yo, shout out to Bowers. Can we get some W's in chat for Bow? Some more W's?
Yeah, my family ain't getting out of that camera. Funk Master Flex, please stop talking about me. Unless you're finna play my songs, then don't talk about me.
Again, classic hip-hop fans were not impressed. They still relentlessly called him trash in the comments. This man can't catch a break. They don't like the music he makes, but then when he switches it up, they still don't like it. This freestyle prompted Funk Flex to take another shot at Yachty.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that. You know why? Cause you a mumble rapper, Bow Wow, a mumble rapper. Lil Yachty, you don't want nothing too. Neither you niggas want nothing.
J. Cole dropped a song called Everyone.
Bruh, why is he so mad? Bruh is stressed out over Lil Yachty too much. I feel like Lil Yachty owns him for that.
Dies, which seemed to take shots at Yachty. Bunch of words and ain't saying shit. I hate these rappers, especially the amateur 8-week rappers. Lil whatever, just another short bus rapper. Then Yachty responded.
I f with J. Cole, bro.
Say whatever you want to say.
I mean, I don't listen.
You don't listen to J. Cole, but you f with J. Cole.
Some people even confronted Yachty to his face, like Joe Budden.
I want you to know whether you're in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life and took you from college dorm rooms eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
My nigga,
Chill.
This moment was particularly interesting because Joe was the personification of all those hate
He just told Joe Budden to chill.
comments, and it was truly embarrassing to witness. By Yachty just simply responding with chill made people realize that hating on a kid who's just doing his thing is annoying and
True.
corny, because Yachty just could not stop succeeding. He dropped a song alongside Kyle called
Oh my god, I Spy? Dude, remember Kyle? What the fuck, dude? This brings me back.
I Spy, a nursery rhyme inspired bop that peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, then followed that up with another hit, Peekaboo, featuring Migos. His fans, who were primarily teens, loved his style. He was weird, he was fun, and he was unapologetically himself, which opened the door for 3 massive brand sponsorship deals with Target, becoming the lead creative designer,
Lil Yachty, and Carly Rae Jepsen. Is that the Call Me Maybe girl? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. What the fuck? Dude, she hasn't been relevant so long.
Brand sponsorship deals with Target, becoming the lead creative
Here's
designer
my
at
number.
Nautica, and a Sprite
Call Me
commercial which
Maybe.
remixed his song Cold Like Minnesota to Cold Like a Sprite Soda.
And Lil Yachty here was paid by Sprite to write lyrics about Sprite.
It was reported that Yachty made a staggering $13 million during his extremely short career. Yachty was a supervillain to classic hip-hop fans, but he truly was a sweet and kind hero to his fans. Unfortunately, his debut album would fall short of expectations. Teenage Emotions, released May 26, 2017, sold just 46,000 copies first week, peaking at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 200. When I first released my Teenage Emotions album, I thought that was fire. Then the sales came back and I was devastated and so confused. I worked so hard. Honestly, the album was kind of bad. Little did he know, he already peaked musically. He would never have a more successful song than I Spy or Broccoli.
Literally, that's kind of crazy. This man, the most popular music will forever be those 2 songs in like 2016.
Music struggled to impress people outside of his fan base. His second album, Lil Boat 2, sold 64,000 copies, but likely was inflated due to the incredible list of features. Quavo, NBA Youngboy, Lil Baby, Lil Pump, Trippie Redd, just to name a few.
Damn!
And again, the album was lackluster.
Motherfucker went and got everyone to come on his album.
An ongoing conversation surrounding Yachty's music career is that he is carried by features or only has success with other artists on
Bro, one of his most successful songs is Gucci Flip Flops with Bad Baby. I'm done. Bro, I'm done.
songs. His third album, Nothing to Prove, speaks volumes about his attitude. It sold 40,000 in the first week and peaked at number 12 on the Hot 200. Hip Hop DX said he is bringing nothing new, and it may be time for him to go back to the drawing board in search of new ideas before returning with a follow-up project. Most people fell in love with Yachty's music on his first 2 mixtapes because it was fun, cheerful, and positive. By his third album, he was slowly transitioning to fit in with the gangster rap status quo of the music industry.
Wait, really?
Don't get me wrong, he had a
Is
few
his newer music gangster rap?
bangers along the way. NBA Youngboat, Boom, Get Dripped, but they were buried in bloated albums of inconsistent music. To make things even worse, his day one friends were switching up on him. The Sailing Team was a dynamic group of producers and artists surrounding Yachty. Cody Shane, J-Bands, Earl the Pearl, Big Brother Chubba, The Good Perry, Aaron Verchetti.
These names.
None of them were even close to as successful as Yachty, but he says it's not his fault.
The Sailing Team became like my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I kind of felt the need to kind of take care of them.
Right.
You know, but it got to the point where I was spending so much money, like almost $1 million trying to like create this company out of my own money.
Right, right.
And they didn't want it for themselves. You know, like,
Yachty tried to put them in a position to win. He never had contracts with them, never wanted any percentage of their success, just wanted them to be the best versions of themselves. But they simply did not want it. They were lazy. Trying to worry about 7 other people's careers was holding Yachty back, so they decided to split up. 2019 and 2020 marks a major shift in Yachty's career. His commercial success after this would be even less impressive, but he did not fall off. He started to observe the shifting landscape of hip-hop. He kept a bird's eye view over the entire culture and tried to figure out how he could make an impact. What you were about to see is how Yachty may not have been doing impressive sales numbers, not selling out stadiums, not winning awards, but he kept his finger on the pulse of hip-hop culture. His creativity had a massive impact on where hip-hop is today, but where he started might shock you. With the rise of artists like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Doja Cat, it was obvious female artists were in high demand. The City Girls were a duo from Miami buzzing with anthems like
The
Period
City
and
Girls.
Twerk. Yachty decided he would discover his inner baddie one night in the studio and write a song for the City Girls after his friend Earl the Pearl made the beat. And out came their most successful record to date, Act Up.
But everything that everyone.
Oh my, bro, I forgot about that. I remember hearing about that. Lil Yachty wrote the lyrics for Act Up, and he couldn't rap it, so he sold it to City Girls to sing. Isn't that crazy? The lyrics to Act Up was written by Lil Yachty. I forgot about that, bro.
When it's singing and all.
Yeah,
I
dude.
wrote the whole thing.
So you were in there. How did I come to you? Like you were just like.
I remember that back when it came out.
About it, nigga.
I just thought like them. I know what women like to hear. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
I'm like I literally sitting there. I was like, yo, what's just some raunchy shit?
Act Up peaked at number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100
Yeah,
and
bad
was a
bitch
huge
for
TikTok
real.
anthem that even young men couldn't resist dancing to. This track is still being played in the clubs today.
Yo,
but
no
it doesn't
joke.
stop there. Act Up was sampled by Megan Thee Stallion just a few months later in her song Hot Girl Summer. Earl also produced this beat, and the song peaked at number 11 on the Hot 100, which was Megan's most successful song at this point. Female rappers were being encouraged to
Jeez.
embrace their bossy, brazen nature and let it out on the song.
All 'cause of
which,
Lil
as we all know,
Yachty.
led to tracks like My Type, Savage, Big
Oh
Energy,
my
WAP,
God,
and it all
bro.
started
These
with the vision
songs.
and lyrics written by Lil Yachty. He
Love
proved he could have a
Megan.
bigger impact on the culture, so it was time to have one last
Oh, it's
hurrah
not
before
gonna
he
lie.
changed up for good. Lil Boat 3 was the official death of Yachty's previous music career. Now, the pandemic slowed everyone's lives and careers down. Yachty achieved his lifelong dream of collaborating with Drake on the song Oprah's Bank Account, which brought that carefree Yachty energy his fans
Yeah,
once loved.
dude.
He did bring that energy throughout the Lil Boat 3 project, but it was honestly his harder rap songs like Split Whole Time, TD, Pardon Me, and Westside that stole the show. With just a mere 30,000 copies first
Oof.
week, Yachty himself
I
and
like
his
Oprah's
fans
Bank
needed a
Account.
revival of his career, and that's just what they got. After LB3, a new Lil Yachty emerged. The nonchalant, goofy, and emotional teenage persona he had was behind him. The new Yachty was calm, collected, and moved like a boss. He stopped dyeing his hair, got rid of the beads in his braids. He still wore colorful attire, but it was now tasteful and sleek. He was focused, but still
he
hungry.
just got
He started
older.
a nail paint brand called Crete, understanding that young Gen Z men painting their nails is normalized and don't have a product marketed towards them. Concrete Boys became the name of his newfound imprint record label, and his first signee, Draft Day, an upcoming artist from Broward County, Florida. Yachty's song Coffin reflects a shift in his sound that would be celebrated and copied by many artists after him. Then Hit Bout It
More
with Kodak
organized,
Black
mature.
and
Yeah,
Cortex.
like more of a businessman.
Yachty found his flow.
More
He
of
wasn't
a-
trying hard to impress the old heads, and he wasn't the childish auto-crooning singer.
It
He
looks nice
achieved
with
the
it.
perfect
I like
middle.
the
His beats were more unique than ever, and you could
packaging.
tell he had a chip on his shoulder, but also couldn't care less if you f***ed with him or not. His energy was contagious. He recorded an entire album with a bunch of rappers from Detroit, Michigan just to show love and embrace the sound that was taking over underground rap. Although some were surprised, Yachty has always showed
I
love
don't
to new
remember that,
artists. Just look at his
but
history
I've
of
never heard of
collaborating with
that.
buzzing talent. He was on Lil Baby's first album before he blew up. He made a hit with T
Damn.
Grizzly, D to the A in 2017. He even did Gucci flip-flops with Bad Baby
I
in
know.
2018 when nobody would champion her music. Even Drewski, the biggest comedian to come from the social media era, his first major collaboration was a skit with Lil Yachty in 2019. Babyface
That's
Ray, Baby Tron,
crazy.
Baby Smooth are just three of the many Detroit artists bringing a fresh sound to hip-hop. Their cadence is smooth yet savage,
They're the
and the
boss
beats are
of the thing.
bouncy, but they jam-pack these songs with bars. Yachty teamed up with them as well as other buzzing Michigan artists on his album Michigan Boy Boat. This album only sold 15,997 copies in the first week, and fans were confused by Yachty's decision, but he said, "I just wanted to show love. That's it. I just wanted to
Dang.
show love to all of those guys and their talent, and I feel like I rap my best on those types of beats." A rapper who doesn't care about
Okay,
numbers,
I can
who is
fuck
able to
with
move
that.
based on creativity and art, while constantly
good.
being on the forefront of the next wave, is dangerous. Boat had something up his sleeve. He continued to steamroll ahead with bangers like YAE Energy and rock climbing with buzzing rapper Remble. At the same time he was rapping his ass off, he dabbled in polar opposite genres with tracks like Love Music and Breathe Deeper with Tame Impala. He felt inspired by the
He's a Tame
psychedelic rock
Impala
sound and
song?
announced that he will be ditching rap for his next album. It's gonna be mid as hell. All his stuff be weak. Can't wait to see it flop like his
The
last
crazy
album.
thing
The
is,
negativity
like
towards
all
his
this shit has happened, and I didn't see any of it, and we're not even to like where he is currently. Apparently, he ditched rap. I didn't even know that. Did you guys know that? Like, dude, I feel kind of bad. Like, I thought honestly after Broccoli and I Spy, and I remember the Drake Oprah's Bank Account, and I remember the Act Up song. I remember hearing he wrote Act Up because it was like a big thing that a guy wrote Act Up for the City Girls.
Expansion did not hold him back. He stayed low-key, kept his head down, and got to work. He also developed a very close relationship with the biggest rapper in the game, Drake. Drizzy posted on IG saying, "More life to my fellow brother Yachty. Happy we are locked in for a lifetime." Followed by a picture of them on a jet and Yachty branding a tattoo of Drake's OVO label on his
Damn, Yachty a little gay.
wrist. But this relationship started with Yachty being a super fan of Drake.
I, for a very long time, wanted to just do anything involving music with him. So, like, I kind of, like, been telling him for the last, like, I don't know how many years, like, bro, can I just, like, can I even just be in a room?
Drake has always been at the forefront of pop culture for the past 15 years. How he does this is by surrounding himself with young talent that will pioneer the next wave. Drake conveniently became Yachty's best friend when Yachty had his hands around the neck of the culture. He helped executive produce Drake's next album, Her Loss, alongside 21 Savage. Yachty is credited as a producer on 4 songs, each of which are some of the more euphoric and memorable beats on the record. He's also the one who sourced the cover art. Some people say he is the genius behind this record. And by mid-2022, Yachty was finally being appreciated for the genius he is.
Damn. That must be an insane feeling to perform like that.
And just before Yachty decided to release his psychedelic album, he went viral by accident. It's important to know that there is a huge community of rap fans who actively try to hack into artists' computers and phones to leak their music. However, one hacker straight up asked Yachty for the Poland record after he heard a snippet, and this is what happened.
You have this song called Poland, bro. Please, bro, send it to me. And at the time, I'm like, bro, no one gives a fuck about my leaks, right? Like, well, I'll send it to him. Like, nothing's gonna happen. So I sent it to him.
Well, Yachty was wrong. Once TikTok users heard his wiggly, wobbly vocal vibrato, the memes started pouring in.
Wait.
Rap has been in a long dry spell, so anything different was bound to get some attention.
What the fuck?
A lot of people treated the song as a joke. Others genuinely loved it. Yachty was kind of upset when it went viral because he didn't really like the song and he wanted to debut the wobbly vocal style on his psych rock album. But the fact that his throwaway songs he never wanted to release were going viral let him know that he was on top. And with that buzz, he finally released the psychedelic alternative rock album called Let's Start Here, which could easily be one of the best albums of 2023. Like his other albums, he only sold 36,000 copies the first week, but there was nothing but praise for his efforts on this album. The instrumentation was beautiful, bright, funky, and soulful, but also broke to periods of eerie trepidation. His use of heavy autotune and big room reverb felt like you were ascending towards the heavens on a trip. This will probably go down as one of the best genre transitions for a rapper in history. And the craziest part about it, he went right back into rapping after dropping this album and dropped banger after banger after banger. Strike, Slide, Solo Steppin' Creep Boy, Tesla. Go on TikTok and you will quickly see someone sharing one of these songs. Yachty has never been this consistent in his entire career, and he knows just how much the rap game needs him, which he expressed on his track with J. Cole. Allegedly, they figured out that I'm the secret recipe. The standards have collapsed. They wrote me in with lames. They treat me like I'm them, the hate I overcame. Refuse to pat my back, refuse to shake my hand, refuse to give me props when I'm not around. Refuse to act like I ain't shift the sound, like I ain't pushed the culture. These bars encapsulate everything I said in this video. They hated Yachty. They thought he was just another mumble rapper that would fall off. They didn't give him any respect, and instead of tucking his tail, he worked his ass off. Now with hip-hop being incredibly dry and boring, Yachty is one of the only ones bringing something fresh. Hip-hop now needs Lil Yachty.
Is this revenge?